One minute you're taking up for the abuser, and then the next minute you're the next victim. Hey y'all. All right, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well. All right, so I'm just getting ready I have something to do. Okay, so anyway, today I am just talking about like random differences in healing and things like that, how we define it, what it really is versus what we've been conditioned to think. Okay, everybody's process is different, so I'm just putting my what I've learned, what I do know to be true based off my own personal journey and things like that. Okay, it doesn't make it more right than the next person's. It doesn't make it more wrong than the next person's. Okay, so this is me speaking from my point of view on this while I get ready. Okay, but I just want to touch base. If you haven't watched the last video that I have on here, okay, which is forgiveness versus blackmail. Okay, true forgiveness versus blackmail. Definitely go check it out, okay, on the channel, but check it out. But anyway, I'm talking about different things and how we're conditioned to feel. Some people believe that if you bring things back up, that means that you're not healed from it. So basically the last video that's on my channel, that's just it from a relationship standpoint, okay? But from an individual standpoint, for those of you who may stand alone, you're single, you're doing the best you can, you've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, not single per se, you're just not in a marriage. Okay, you're just not in a marriage. You're not in a commitment with someone where you're just in a place where you could do what you want when you want. You could talk about what you want when you want. You don't have to worry about the disrespecting of your partner or how your partner is gonna feel if you address XYZ the way you want to address XYZ. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, though, I feel like there's some kind of like, some of us have it misconstrued on how one should handle one's hurt and one's pain. And if they talk about something, that means they're not healed from it or something like that. Like I said, that is a form of manipulation for somebody to tell you that. The easier it is for you to talk about it, actually, the more healed you are. Okay, and I don't mean talking about it from a no, I mean like, I was drug up and down the street, my abuser this, the accuser, the perpetrator that. Okay, like you could just speak from a, like, that's you. Like I said, it's a difference between you just trying to drag someone and you just, making it all about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's your story. You tell it the way you want to. That's number one. You should be able to tell your story the way you want to tell your story. Nobody should be able to tell you when to speak about it, how to speak about it, not to speak about it. It's your story to tell. Like I said in another video that I have on this channel, but it's nobody's place, if they're going to be a part of your story, to tell you how to tell it. Okay? The only way they can avoid being a part of your story is not being in your life for like on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be real, that's the only way they're not going to be a part of your story. Okay? If they're going to come into your life, they need to be the people that come into your life to make good impacts. Okay, they make an impact on your life. They're a positive person, a positive influence on your life. I feel like if somebody doesn't want to be a part of your story, it's different when it's family. But when it's not family, because we don't choose our family. We're born into a place and we make it work. Okay, some of us, we make it work. Okay. We build those relationships too, but That's something that we didn't necessarily choose. You could choose once you get to a certain age on if you want to be a part of that family or not. But that's a topic on another day, okay? But this is for people who saying if you continuously talk about something, that means you're not over it. No, that means that what you did, if it's the person, I feel like that comes from the person who was the one who was the abuser. I feel like that comes from the person who was the manipulator in the situation. That kind of tone. I feel like that comes from a place where it must have not been you on the receiving end of the betrayal. It must not been you on the receiving end on, the lies, the trickery. It wasn't you, because you wouldn't be saying that. You can't tell a person how to tell their story. Okay, you can't tell them what to do and not do and say and this, that, and the third, and then make it come from a place of, oh, you just trying to shame an individual. No, I'm just telling my story. If that individual is a part of my story, then that just is what it is. If they maliciously went out of their way to lie, cheat, steal, connive, get over on me, do this, do that, I mean, whatever it is that they've done, then yeah, of course it deserves to be, it deserves its shine. It deserves its recognition. Okay. And the person who actually survived and lived through it, and they're not in a state of depression, deep, dark sadness, quietness, locked in a room somewhere. They haven't lost their mind. If they've earned the right to, and it takes strength to pull through real heartbreak. It takes you to really have to stand. Like, you have to stand in, that hurt place and rise up from that, being that hurt person. And you know what I'm saying? Say, I can do it. I'm going to get through it. And I be damned if the next person is going to tell a person how they're going to tell their story, or if they should or not. You know what I'm saying? Just because it makes the other person, it makes the abuser look okay. Okay? It's something coming to mind right now. So that's why I say it's so important that not only when we connect with these people, that we connect with people who are in a healed space themselves, okay? Because all you do is become somebody's next victim. 1 minute you're taking up for the abuser, and then the next minute you're the next victim. So we have to be careful with that, okay? To make sure we don't overstep. It's nothing wrong with a person telling what they've endured, because that's what God intends for them to do. That's why it's called a testimony. We're not just going to put some names to the side of who we're not going to discuss being their victim based off of who they are to the certain community or wherever you are. That person shouldn't have played the role of predator, and I shouldn't have been their victim. If God brought me through it. God didn't bring me through it for me not to have my testimony. Like I said, it's different if you're just going around and nothing you do in life, you're just being the, it's because of you. It's because of you. I can't get a leg up in life. It's because of you. In some cases, some things are because of another individual. The setbacks, the this, the that, and the third. Yes, they could have been the catalyst for that. But, that's why it's so important that we, hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And, we make sure we play the part, because I promise you, God has a way of continuing to let things worsen for those who don't want to wake up and smell the coffee. Okay. There is something called wake up calls. And some of those wake up calls are the ones that's with the perpetrators and the predators. They actually that was close. But you know what they do? Some of them, they go get their life together. Okay, they seen where God was trying to extend the grace. So they actually was like, wow, that wasn't nothing but God's grace, God's mercy. God had to have his hands on me. No way I pulled through that. No way I got out of that. That was close. And then you have some that say, I got out of that. And I have people that pat me on the back and tell me, it's okay. It's okay. Don't let them shame you. God gonna still use you. Yes, God is gonna allow this person to continue on. They're gonna continue to bleed out on other people. And the ones that are doing the patting on the back needs to be careful. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this where it is. Okay. On that, let me know what you feel about this, what you feel about that message with the guilt versus, people saying that it's just you being bitter or this and the third. Do you feel you're meant to do something with what you've been through? Okay? Do you feel like it's meant for you to have a testimony? What you went through is something where somebody else could be in a corner being quiet about it, and you give them the courage to rise up. You give them the motivation. You inspire them to do and be more, to become more. So keep that in mind. Is that what God intends, or is it to go in the closet, go be quiet, go suppress your pain while your abuser gets to run around free, hurt more people because you're not doing your due diligence? Okay? So as the people, what do you feel? Do you agree with me on your pain as a part of your purpose? Okay, it creates a lane for you, and it's meant for you to disperse your knowledge and your wisdom from what you've learned in a tasteful way. You're not, like I said, I don't condone, you did it to me, with a person that lets their life, they then go create habits or certain things, debts and all of that, and now this person owes them everything, and they do nothing at all. Okay, no, it's where life, it's meant for me to not only disperse this knowledge, but transmute this energy of everything that I've learned, bottle it up and turn it into something, okay? Birth something else that can help other people. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this, okay? I'm gonna leave this where it is, okay? Please be sure, if you like the video, to give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so that you know every time that I post, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.